Okay, now really quick, I'm going to tell you, back to my son, all right? It's been, I don't know, over 2 years ago now, 2.5 years ago, right? But I had said this before, that I had been praying for him, okay? I'd been praying for him to come back to the Lord, and for the Lord just to, smack him down, just smack him down, But I said, Lord, knock him off the horse like you did Paul. I need you to open his eyes, Lord. I need you to do whatever you need to do, but I need you to open his eyes, okay? I know the time is close. I know where we're at. Lord, for him, I know that he's special to you. I know that he is, but I know that the enemy is all around him, okay? And this is what you have to know. I'm not video smart, I mean, I can do my basic things, okay? That's why sometimes it takes me forever to upload, just doesn't do it. I'm computer savvy to a point, but, and that's why on the blog, everything's just like kind of basic, because I really can't get into all that, when I still get a little cocky on it, well, then I screw it all up. So, in this video, I'm trying to do a video of pictures, so you can see what I'm talking about when I'm telling you about the enemy and how they attack, because I told you they're everywhere, right? So I'm trying to do this, but I don't know how. I don't know how. I spend hours doing it, and I don't know how to do it. So somebody's offered, so now I just got to get all these pictures together and send them in a file over there. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what is around you and what is around your children and what is around everything, okay? So this is why I'm trying to teach you how to use your tools, okay? So, I am praying to the Lord to knock him off the horse like you did Paul. Every day for a year. Every day for a year. I'm praying. I said, I don't care. You give him dreams or visions. I don't care what you have to do, Lord, but do something. You're straight. I didn't give up. I didn't give up. So I had moved to Alabama for a year. I was going to, kind of start over and move down there for a year. And it was an expense moving down there. I got rid of, oh my God, so much of my stuff. And, I'm going to a whole other, zone weather-wise, and I just got rid of almost all my stuff. And then after a year, I came back. Where I moved to wasn't. It was an environment. It was the house. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and it was cold. And I saw these signs of love and God and faith and everything on the walls, but in that house there wasn't any. It was just cold. No, it wasn't. So anyway, I packed up, and I packed the U-Haul myself, totally by myself. Okay, I had 3 boxes. I think my nephew helped me with. 23 years old, I sits upstairs and watches me do it all. Loaded that whole U-Haul myself. Now, mind you, I had a broken back, but I did it. But anyway, and I came back. But during that time I was down there, I got a call from my son. I drove back to Illinois, and I got him. And he told me what happened when he went to sleep. He said the Lord came to him. He showed me everything. And this was months and months. Every time he went to bed, the Lord showed him his past and why he made him like he was and why the decisions were made and why this was allowed and why this had happened. And it was all for, the time that the Lord was going to use him. Showed him everything. He showed him, and he kept saying to me, Mom, the rapture doesn't happen like everybody thinks. I know how everybody thinks it's going to happen. And he told me this, over a year and a half ago. It's not going to happen like everybody thinks it's going to happen. Okay? It's not, Mom. I don't see it because I see Christians here. I see people here. I see Christians here. But I see things happen. I see destruction and some disasters happening. And I see here, but you're here. But then something else happens, and he was trying to explain to me, right? Then he told me, he said he saw the battle. He saw the end battle. Okay, saw everything happen. He told me he saw the dark army. Saw saw the dark army, that they were here. He said, Mom, they're here. They're just waiting for that switch to go on, to turn them on. They're just waiting for that switch, but they're here, Mom, they're here. And when this thing starts, he says it starts on the coastlines. Whatever disasters are going to happen, it's all the coastlines and it comes in, you know. So he said, it was just amazing. It's just amazing, the stuff that he saw. He saw many fireballs. He was walking on the beach, and this shows how secure he was in the Word there. Because every day he was getting up at 6 o'clock, having his coffee, and just all day long in the Bible and the Word. I mean, just the anointing was on him. And you have to understand, the enemy's always going to come after you when you have that. Always, 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 okay? So anyway, he said, like, in this one, he would see the fireballs come down and would land at his feet, and he'd bend over and pick it up, and it'd be a donut, and he'd eat it. Well, that showed that he was covered, have no fear, because it wasn't going to hurt you. That's really what that showed. But he saw all of these things happen, all of it. And I will tell you this. Now, use discernment on this. Is not setting a date, nothing. He came to me one morning. It was like 5 in the morning, and he was all shaken up, and he said, Mom, it starts on Christmas Day. I said, what? He goes, Mom, something happens on Christmas Day. Something happens on Christmas Day. We don't know what Christmas Day. We don't know. You know, he doesn't know. He said he saw the decorations. He saw all the holiday decorations. He saw family members in their homes, like the little kids on their laps around, all celebrating. And he saw the doors being kicked down and people pulled out in the streets. Okay, you know, killed and taken prisoner and all this stuff. It's all this bad stuff happened. He saw it. So I don't know if it's on Christmas Day, but I mean, I saw all the you know, decorations and all the festivities and stuff. So, you know, he just said Christmas Day. Don't know if it's Christmas Day. Don't know if it's after Christmas. Don't know when it is. Don't even know if it's true. Don't even know any of that. I'm saying, but this is what he saw. Okay? Now, I don't know. But he says he definitely saw the holidays. And he saw the doors being kicked down and all that. So that stayed with him. You know, mind you, he saw the whole battle. But he was the first one that said, Mom, it doesn't, you know, the rapture doesn't happen like everybody thinks. And he saw himself witnessing. So he didn't think he'd get to go. He didn't think he'd get to go because he was down here on the earth witnessing. He was down here on the earth, you know, helping and saving souls. He was fighting in God's army. So he didn't think he'd get to go. He thought that God was going to make him go through all of this, you know, before he would go. That he was a warrior. He said he's a warrior in God's army. He's going to fight the battle. Which, hence, makes a lot for right now of what he's going through, because in his mind, he's going to be here, you know. But now, the thing is, now that I know that the rapture is not going to happen like everybody thinks. It's not going to be changed and gone, okay? Because we are going to see something, right? We're going to be changed, but we are going to be here. The bride of Christ. The bride of Christ is going to be here. And I'm not saying every single one, okay? Some may need rest, you know. I really thought I was going to be one of the ones that get rest, but now I don't think so. I think I'm going to be right out there too. For 40 days and 40 nights, just following the pattern of Jesus. We are going to go out in our, you know, glorified bodies. We're going to go out for 40 days and 40 nights, and we are going to help the ones that need help, you understand? We're going to help the ones. We're going to be walking in all this disaster and all that's going on, and he's going to send us to specific people in our, okay, whether they be in our lives, I don't know, but he's going to send them. We are going to help them, okay? We're going to help them come to God. This is the great outpouring he spoke of. Do you understand that? This is the great outpouring and harvest he spoke of. And the bride in our glorious, okay, glorified bodies, we're going to go out for 40 days and 40 nights, and we're going to minister to the children of the Lord, okay? And this is the great outpouring. This is the great harvest, all right? So, I don't know if he's going to, you know, move them, keep them safe after they do. I don't know. I don't know any of that, but this is how he's going to do it. And this is exactly what Taylor saw. This is exactly what he saw. I didn't even remember that, okay, until the Lord has taught us now what's going to happen, okay? Now, we're going to have that covering, right? We're going to have our glorified bodies, right? You're going to be protected, okay? And it's Psalm 23 is what I was saying. Psalm 23, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil because I know the Lord. Read that then as you're walking in those 40 days and 40 nights going out to harvest. That. So everything you've ever learned in your life, every lesson, everything God ever wanted you to teach was not in vain. that is when you're going to use it. That's when you're going to use all your tools, okay? He says you will, rip them from the pits of heaven. That's when you're going to do miracles, okay? You're going to do greater things than he. That's when you're going to do everything that Jesus did. That's what we're going to do. You understand that? That's when we're going to do it. That's the great outpouring. That's the great harvest, okay? Then, after the 40 days and 40 nights, the bride and then the others will get to go, okay? I'll finish this later.